Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I do have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to the membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I'd like to continue the conversation, so to speak, from another video that I made and posted earlier this week, where I was talking about relaxing and knowing that your desire is done. Similarly, in today's video, I have a similar message about how you can relax about your desire, trust that it is done, trust that it is yours, and to help us illustrate that better, we are going to use Neville's first principle. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So as I just said in my intro, I have decided that this week I'm going to make it sort of a theme in some of my videos to present to you guys a little bit of the more advanced ways. Now make no mistake, these are very, very simple ways, but at the same time, they tend to be very advanced, specifically because they are so simple. You see, our human mind, our ego mind, really struggles with simplicity. It wants things to be complicated. It wants things to be hard work. It wants things to be very intricate. So when you throw your mind a concept that is so simple, so beautiful in its simplicity, that can actually be a game changer in your manifesting game, your mind does tend to rebel a little bit, and it does tend to struggle in the beginning because it has a hard time accepting the simplicity of it all. So as I said in my intro, we're going to be exploring a little bit deeper that first principle that Neville talked about. And this is none other than be still and know that I am God. What does this mean in terms of your manifesting, in terms of your conscious manifesting? When you have a desire and you have decided to grant that desire to yourself, and you're doing perhaps some techniques to bring yourself into a more aligned state, perhaps you start imagining yourself as that person who has whatever it is that they desire, you may find that you start struggling. And you start struggling because there are a bazillion things that you see as circumstances. There are a bazillion things that you see as obstacles or potential blocks to your manifestation. Perhaps you're also stuck in things that happened in the past. And so your mind gets so preoccupied with all these things, all these concepts of how am I going to do this? This is impossible. The 3D is not showing me what I want right now, and so on, that you forget to remember the simplest of principles. On Monday's video, I gave you one very simple principle, one very simple concept to keep reminding yourself of, especially at times when you're spiraling, at times when you're triggered, at times when you're riddled with doubt. And that was knowing that your desire is done and your desire is yours. Similarly, today, I'm going to encourage you to remind yourself always of the first principle. What is that principle? Be still and know that I am God. What does that mean in practical terms? It means that there is not much hustling to be done in the 3D. Yes, in many manifestations, there are some natural steps to be taken, the steps that are natural to the state that you're creating, the new state that you see yourself in. This is also what we call inspired action. However, beyond that, there is no pushing that needs to be done. There is no manipulation or forcing of the 3D that needs or has or should be done. There is no orchestrating events, strategizing about events. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I bring this about? There is none of that. Because ultimately, when you remember the first principle, be still and know that I am God, You know and you remember that you can be still. You can trust that your desire is already yours, is already coming, and any circumstances surrounding it will sort themselves out. This is what it means to say, I am God. I know that all those of you who are watching this channel are coming from different spiritual perspectives, different spiritual traditions, religious traditions as well. And you guys, it's not about that. It's not about whether you believe that there is a God, there isn't a God, I am God, the universe is God, and so on. It's more about recognizing yourself as the co-creator of your reality. You are an operant power in your reality, and what you say goes in terms of where you put your consciousness, in terms of where you put your awareness, your attention, and your focus, and in terms of what assumptions, what beliefs, what thoughts, what feelings you entertain as true for yourself. This is what you end up experiencing in your 3D. This is what you end up creating. This is what you end up accepting for yourself. And as such, God, however each one of you perceives God, says yes to everything. God says yes to wherever you put your consciousness. Wherever your awareness goes, this is where the energy flows, as we say, and this is what you create more of. These are the experiences that you can expect to have in your 3D. So worrying about your manifestation, worrying about the how, trying to condition things, trying to dictate how things are going to come, or trying to figure out how to sort out certain circumstances is completely unnecessary, you guys. Why? Because you can be still and know that you are God. You have God's creative power within you. You are the operant power in your reality by way of where you put your consciousness and what you accept as true for yourself. And this is, you guys, the essence of conscious manifesting. It's not the visualizing, it's not the affirming, it's not the techniques themselves. Although, as I've said in other videos, the techniques can help get you into a better state. But ultimately, it's where your consciousness resides. And wherever your consciousness resides, that is what's created for you. This is how you're God in that sense, and from that point of view, and from that perspective. So once again, when you find yourself hustling, or trying to orchestrate or force the 3D, or trying to figure out the how things are going to come about, or worrying about movement in the 3D, or feeling anxiety about whether your manifestation is going to come or not, you want to stop yourself, and you want to remind yourself to be still, because you are God. You are the operant power. You are that inner creative power that determines what your experiences are in the 3D at any given moment. And as such, there really is nothing to worry about. There is nothing to doubt. There is nothing to fear. And this is very, very beautifully demonstrated in that first principle. Of course, that's also in the Bible, but it's also a very, very big Neville Goddard teaching. So next time you catch yourself worrying about things, spiraling, wavering, wanting to give up perhaps, second-guessing everything, questioning everything, and so on, remind yourself to be still, because you are and always have been and always will be God, the operant power, the inner creative power, the co-creator, part of source, part of one consciousness, and so on. And as such, there is nothing to fear, nothing to worry about, nothing to do other than trust that your desire is yours. If you put your consciousness there, it is yours. Be still and know exactly that. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.